Hello students, in this lecture today we are going to discuss all the previous year questions on Indian parliamentary system asked in UPSC civil services examinations since 1995 till 2019 that is last year. So let's begin with the first question. The first question is, consider the following statement with respect to the House of the People. The statement that has been given is not more than 552 members, out of which 530 are directly elected by the people from their respective parliamentary constituencies, 2 Anglo-Indians nominated by the President, and X. So, this is the statement, and based on this statement, the question is, which one of the following fits in at the place marked X? So it is asking at this place at the X, which of the following options will fit in. So let's see the option. The first option is ministers who are not members of parliament but who have got elected to either a house of the parliament, either house, this is the house, either house of the parliament within 6 months after assuming office. Second option is not more than 20 nominated members. Third option is not more than 20 representatives of union territories directly elected by the people. So this is directly elected by the domiciles of UTs, union territories. And D option, that is the last option, is the Attorney General who has the right to take part in the proceedings of both the houses of the parliament. So the correct answer to this question will be option C, that is not more than 20 representatives of union territories directly elected by the residents or by the electors from the union territories. So this is the correct answer. Now we have to know, let's talk about in great detail about this question and what this question is talking about. So let me take the new slide. Okay, so let's see in great detail about this question. As we know that the Indian parliamentary system, so parliamentary, in India we have parliamentary system, and the Indian parliamentary system is bicameral. So it is bicameral, that is having 2 houses, bicameral legislature. So Indian parliamentary system is a bicameral legislature, and this bicameral legislature has, as we know that Indian parliamentary system is federal also. So it is a federal bicameral legislature, and based on federal features, it has a federal in structure and it has bicameral. The federation in India has bicameral legislature, and this legislature in India, the legislature is at the 2 levels. First at the central level, and second at the state level. At the central level, it is called union legislature. So the legislature at the central level is called union legislature. In popular language we call parliament, because we have adopted the British parliamentary system, so we also call the union legislature in India is also called parliament. And this parliament is bicameral. So being the bicameral, it has 2 houses or 2 chambers, one lower chamber or lower house named Lok Sabha. So the Lok Sabha is the lower chamber or lower house. It is also called a popular house, and I hope you remember why we call it popular house, because the members to the Lok Sabha are directly elected by the people from their respective constituencies. So this is the reason that why it is called the popular house. And the second house is also called higher chamber or house of elders, or it is also called higher house, upper house. So this is also called upper house. And the popular name for this upper house is Rajya Sabha, or in English Council of States, and in English Lok Sabha is called House of the People. So these are the two houses of the parliament or union legislature in India. At the state level, in most of the major states, we have union legislature, unitary legislature or unicameral legislature. So in most of the states, we have unicameral. So legislature in most of the states in the Union of India are unicameral. But there are some states that have bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature, bicameral legislature. And in this bicameral legislature, they also have two houses, one lower house, or that is the popular house. So in states also, the lower house is popular house because the members of the lower house are directly elected. Representatives in the lower house are directly elected by the people. So this is called popular house. And this popular house is called Legislative Assembly. And the members of popular house are called MLAs, Member of Legislative Assemblies. And members of the second chamber, that is the upper house or upper chamber, this is called House of Elders. And this the popular name for the upper house is called Legislative Councils. And the members of this Legislative Council are called Member of Legislative Council or MLCs. So these are the structures of parliament, structures of parliamentary system in India. And India being federal in structure, it has the following. It has these parliamentary structures in India. At the parliamentary system in India is bicameral. At the union level, it is bicameral, and at the state level, in only some states it is bicameral, or otherwise in most of the other states it is unicameral, consisting only of legislative assemblies. But yes, there are some states that have a bicameral legislature at the state level also. The state legislature is also bicameral. Now let's talk about the seats. If you talk about the seats in the union legislature, if you talk about the breakup of the seats, breakup of seats. So if you talk about the breakup of seats in the parliament or union legislature, parliament or union legislature. If you talk about the breakup of seats in the parliament or union legislature, so as we know that it is bicameral. So it has two houses, one council of states and one house of the people. So one, it is council of states. So in the council of state, that is the upper chamber, that is the upper house. In upper house, it can be not more than 250 members, not more than, the constitution provides that the total membership of upper house cannot be more than 250 members or 250 seats. So in the council of states, or that is Rajya Sabha, the constitution provides that the membership or the number of seats in Rajya Sabha cannot be more than 250 members. Out of this 229 will be representatives of the states, representatives of states. Then 9 from the representatives of union territories, representatives from union territories, and the rest 12 will be nominated by the President of India. So nominated by the President. And this number, that is the 9 representatives from the union territories, Parliament has been given power by the Constitution to regulate this number. So Parliament can regulate this number. Parliament can regulate this number. So at present, Parliament has regulated this number, and at present only 4 members are represented from the union territories. So only 4 representatives are there in the Rajya Sabha at present. So at present in the Rajya Sabha we have, in the Rajya Sabha at present we have 229 members from the states, 4 members from union territories, and 12 members nominated by the president. So this becomes 245. So at present we have 245 members in the Rajya Sabha only. And now let's talk about the second house or second chamber or lower chamber of the parliament. So lower chamber of the parliament is Lok Sabha, or also called House of the People, and Constitution provides that not more than 552 members, not more than the total membership of the Lok Sabha or House of the People is not more than 552 seats. So Constitution at present provides that the total membership in the Lok Sabha will be 552 seats. Out of this, 530 will be representatives of the states. So 530 seats have been given to the states representatives. 530, or we can say that 530 directly elected by the people from the states. So 530 directly elected by the people from the directly elected by the people from their respective constituencies, Let me take the new slide. So 530 members in the Lok Sabha. Out of this 552, 530 will be directly elected by the people from the state, from their respective constituencies, from their respective constituencies from the states. Then next, two Anglo-Indians nominated by the president. Anglo-Indians nominated by the president. President of India. If he feels that the Anglo-Indian community has not been adequately represented in the parliament, so President of India can nominate 2 members from Anglo-Indian community to the Lok Sabha, and the rest 20 members, 20 representatives from the union territories, representatives of union territories by the people of union territories, by the electors of union territories, electors from union territories, from UTs. So elected by, so 20 representatives from the union territories, 20 representatives from the union territories, representatives. One minute. So these 20 representatives will be directly elected by the people of union territories, But Parliament has power to regulate this number, or Parliament has regulated this number. Again, the Parliament has power to regulate this number, and Parliament has regulated this number, and at present only 13 members are represented in the Lok Sabha from the union territories, and this thus the number at present becomes 545. in the Lok Sabha. The total seats in Lok Sabha is 545 at present because Parliament has regulated this number.